Hello everyone, it's Trafalgar Valentine. How's it going today, guys? Hope everything's doing okay. Today I thought I'd do another car from the 60s. Couldn't find much reference photos because my internet's not working, but I managed to find one in my reference book, an old 65 T-Bird. Now I've just done the basic shapes at the moment, the basic block shapes which I usually do, and I use this block shape to create every single machine I do. It's sort of like gives you a rough idea of where things are going. If you draw the blocks in first, you have an idea of where the lights are, where the back end goes, the top. It just gives you a good rough idea. Even for interesting other ones like I done here. So I use the same method of using block shapes. It's sort of like when a sculptor has a rough bit of rock to work with. Much like this, I've got a rough block to work with, and I can mould it and shape it how I want. Now what's different about the last one, I decided to use a bit of perspective. Today is not using a bit of paper. I'm using an old signpost that was going to be made. It's got these two holes at the top. You decided to make those as vanishing points. And for every line going across of the car, I've lined them up with these signposts, as you can see here. This includes the front, the window, and even the back. And then for the cars running lengthways, doing again the same every single line, including the roof, the sides, even the wheelbase. Everything is lined between these two vanishing points, and the centre line of the car, which is going to be at this corner, is in between. It's quite simple to do this little process, just gives you a bit more perspective. I'll just show you on this rough bit of paper. Excuse me. Let's have a look. So all you would nearly do is just have the two vanishing points, and then you just draw from those vanishing points. So keep your ruler pointed on where the vanishing point is, then just move across, keeping that line on there. Keep all lines vertical the same, and likewise going lengthways of the car. Follow these vanishing points, line going vertical. And you can see there by the front how these vanishing points have created that perspective angle where everything is a lot lower. I'm just doing it rough just to show you, but as you can see, even the wheelbase, the ground and things, just like that. Practice doing all these basic shapes, you never know how much it helps you. Just practice and practice. I've got books full of little squares and doodles and blocks and all sorts of interesting objects. Draw from all angles. It also sounds good just to warm up as well. Anyway, let's get back to the car. Now the reference photo I have is a little backwards, but that's the fun of it. Let's just try and figure out where things will go. So, for the T-Bird, well, I'll actually show you the reference photo that I have here. Here's a cool picture I found. As you can see, it's completely the backwards angle, but never mind. Okay, so I'm just going to do the rough shapes first. So I can see it's got the four headlights, the usual two round ones on either side. You can see that the front curls in a bit on the corners. It's got a little roof, little bonnet scoop, sorry. And then the top grille comes round about here. Curls round. Like so. And on the side it's got all these chrome strips. Man, these cars from the 60s are so beautiful from all the different angles. All these chrome strips and everything. White wall tyres and stuff. Just don't make them like nowadays. Handcrafted bits of work of art. Got the badge there. Let's have a look. Okay, the bumper goes across and around. There's a thick chunk there. And it's got vents going across. This going to be a convertible as well, so I won't be doing a block on top. I'll just be got this window. Goes down. Wheel arch. It's got some chrome strips here. Which is a little bit dark, but where my angle of my car is, it's difficult to get in there. So it's got another section here where the plate will go. This will be more clearer once I start giving it pen and ink, and you'll be able to see a lot more. Now get rid of all these pencil lines. Some square fog lights down here. Again, the bumper curls around the bottom. There we go. White wall tyres, of course. It's got that extra rim around. Just sketching this all in roughly. Got the door coming down. Door handle. Wing mirror will come about here. I'll make that one a little bit smaller. Can't see much of the back, but goes around. The reference for it doesn't show the seats, so I'm just going to draw them in. Yeah, it's quite good for a rough shape. Okay, let's go into the pen now. Like I said, you can draw on anything. This is just a wooden board. I was going to make this into a cool sign with some string across it and sell it on Etsy sometime. But you can draw on just about anything. You'll be surprised at it. People say they don't have any canvases or paper and stuff, but these bits of wood were going to be an old signpost. I've just recycled them. If the pen doesn't really stick onto the wood, you just varnish it on top, make it stick, and just use it as sort of like a layer. Okay, I'm just doing the chrome rim around the lights. This pen isn't working very good for the surface, I might have to change it. The wood's still very rough. I only put a thin layer of white on it. I think I should put another one to make it smoother. But hey, you learn from these mistakes, so everything's a learning experience. Where is my ruler? Okay, the front end comes down and the grille comes up to about not quite the top of the headlights there. Now when I'm doing symmetry, I'm drawing across the front end. I try to make sure that my vanishing point, which is this hole here, the ruler always has the end there. Just so I can make sure that I'm still using the perspective lines. Same for the lights. So my ruler is touching the vanishing point, going across. I've got the front one for reference, the right one, sorry, there. Then for the bottom section, like so. Do the chrome around it. Round. Trying to draw, talk, look at my reference photo which is behind me. I'm getting there. Okay, this line follows right around. So for the bottom section here, it sticks up quite a bit there. Excuse me. This indents there. For little detail lights, I just added just a few lines going down. Yeah. That's the second part of the bumper. Curl round. just noticed that the bottom part of the bumper has got these bars sticking up. I've never drawn this car before, so I'm learning with you. It comes up like so, and then keep the ruler in there. And with the square fog lights at the bottom, yep. I can see 5 sections of vents. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, now I'm just going to do little sideways rectangles. Keep that line. Might just fill these in actually, make it a bit easier to distinguish what's chrome and what's behind the vents. How's that looking? That's looking okay. The grill doesn't stop at a straight bit there, it curls around with it, like so. And for the license plate. Okay, that's looking good. Just with the top part of the hood, move that across, try and keep my ruler into the vanishing point. Now that I'm drawn lengthways, the vanishing point will be on this side. If it's drawn, what do you call this? The front facing parts of the car all got this vanishing point. For the lengthway facing the car got this part of the vanishing point. So for the window going across, move it up. This pen is not working for this. I'm not sure if it's a pencil line underneath. Have I got a spare one nearby? I found another pen. What's this going to look like? Might work a bit better. This is a Faber-Castell Pitt pen. We'll see how it goes. You have to excuse me, my drawing can be a little bit distracted and I don't always focus on one point. Some people, when they draw, they like to draw it all in layers. Start off one section, finish that, start another section, finish that. It just all depends on the way you draw. I've got a tendency to start doing details right away, not drawing the full car first, and then I work my way around it. But ooh, how's that angle looking? It's a little bit low. Ooh, that was my bad. I got a bit distracted, and as you can see, the vanishing point for this top part of the mirror is a bit off. I think it'll look okay if I modify the rest of the car. Should be fine. I've got to curl this bumper around. Now I've got this better pen, I'm just going to go into some of these lines a bit more. I say a better pen, it's wood quite a hard surface to draw on. I think for further reference I'll probably smooth it off a bit more before I do it. That's getting there. And for the wheel archway to curl round. You can use a French curve for this. Excuse me. if that's easier. It's one of these fellows. And you just find a curve that works for you, like so. But it's fine. Quite confident. Okay, I'll keep this line on the vanishing point. Like so. And the rear wheel, you can't see much of it. It's kind of tucked in a bit. Keep this line correct. Ooh, nearly missed out the wing mirror. There we go. And then the door to come down. Yeah, there's my pencil line drew the chrome strip here, but as I modified the drawing a bit, I'll have to move it here. But it's just there for reference anyway. That's what the pencil lines are for. Not to give you the actual details unless you want to actually draw in pencil. But it's just there to give you a reference of where things should be, or roughly where about things should be. Okay. Just move that across. So this will be the back of the car, and then the inside. Do the seats. Bit of the dash. Go. And keep this line vanishing point. And this is the main front wheel. This is the vanishing point for the wheels. Okay, it's looking fine. Lines across the wheel. Okay, this has got a white wall which goes right around the rim. There we go. The inside wheel looks a bit complicated. It looks almost like wheels, bicycle spokes. See if the white excuse me. See if the white wall I've drawn, this side smaller and this side a bit larger. Just give it that idea of perspective further. Could even link the top of the tyres to the vanishing point. I'm going to do loads of dash lines here, working towards the centre of the wheel. Okay, that's looking good. You do the roof. I don't want to keep on the roof. The hood scoop. Okay, you got the vents. Roof of this going across here, just to make sure that the people inside can get some nice fresh air on a nice hot day. There we go. Okay, wing mirror, wiper blades, center mirror, steering wheel, wrong side, or the right side, depends. Okay, and the other seat will go around up there. Okay, I think it's starting to look pretty good. I think that was the only thing I would change, maybe, is the top part of the window, but never mind. Just hoping this, when I raise these pencil lines, that the pen won't smudge. Okay, we'll soon find out. Because I've got another sign I want to draw on. So, at least this one's not only learn how to draw on a sign with what pens and stuff on this rough surface, but how to actually draw a Thunderbird. Okay, that's looking pretty good. I think that's not too bad for what we've drawn, especially with the reference photo that I have. Okay, so that's a reference photo. This is what I've drawn. Is there anything I've missed out? My pen has now just disappeared on me. I don't know why I dropped it. Let's have a look. Don't think so. I think everything seems to be in order. Just do a line there. The chrome strip needs a few more. Some lines across. Ooh, and I did the side window there. Got the door handle, keyhole. Ooh, there's a latch just on the back there with it would lift up to obviously serve as a tyre. How do you think that's looking? I think that's looking good. Ooh, what's these on top of the lights? On top of the lights, but I need to add those so they will go around about here. That looks like an aerial, and that's on that side, so it'll be this side. There. Through the other window there. Okie dokie. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video just to draw this beautiful 65 T-Bird. It's a nice beautiful car from the 60s. And I'll definitely make another video where I'll definitely colour all these cars in. But this is just the rough outline for yourself. Maybe have a go at it, draw a new car for yourself. You never know what you might be able to find. Thanks for watching.